as Hollywood's biggest night of the year continues with your hosts, Roger Ebert, Steve Edwards, and Tawny Little. You're invited to join us and visit with tonight's Oscar winners live on an evening at the Academy Awards, The Winners.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Steve Edwards, along with Roger Ebert. We've got Tawny Little out in the world, along with Rick Romero and Paula McClure to take you to all the parties tonight. Kevin Costner said, "I will never forget what happened here tonight," and he shouldn't.
And neither will his parents, who were hugging themselves in the audience, and neither will the people he went to school with, and neither will the Lakota Sioux tribe, and he's right about that. It was a great personal triumph for him. This is a movie, I think, that has in common with so many other Oscar winners of recent years one thing: nobody in Hollywood wanted to make it. All the conventional wisdom said this movie can never be commercially successful. It can never be made. It's 3 hours long. It's a Western. It's got Indian language and subtitles. It's a first-time director. It had everything going against it, except tonight, 6 Oscars.
Seven.
Oh, that's right, because he won for director, too.
As well, as well. It was at one time called Kevin's Gate.
Mm-hmm.
The movie was over budget, and he had to put his own salary into it. And, of course, now everybody will take credit for the fact that they knew it would work out.
Mm-hmm.
I heard an interesting comment about last year when Driving Miss Daisy won,
mm-hmm.
that if somebody presented that movie this year to the studios, they'd still turn it down.
Probably because the same reasons would apply. Nobody would want to see that movie, you would think.
Old people, nobody wants to go to a movie about old people. Now nobody wants to go to a movie about Native Americans. All those things are wrong.
Yeah, and they're wrong year after year. Look at Chariots of Fire, look at Gandhi, look at Out of Africa. You can go back year after year. Look at Rocky. Mm-hmm. Nobody wanted to see a picture about boxers. That was certainly a cliche at that time. So
in
they
the next hour here, we'll be going over all the major categories, and we'll have some thoughts and some wisdom here from Roger. And but we're also covering the parties. And here's a guy who certainly is a winner, although he didn't win in his category. Just the nomination indeed put him right back in the center stage in Hollywood. Let's go to Rick Romero with Richard Harris.
Thank you, Roger and Stephen. I'm right outside, of course, just a few steps away from where all of the Academy Awards were given. I'm also less than a step away from Richard Harris. And, Mr. Harris, I've got to ask you right off the bat, the comeback. I mean, this is a comeback for you, and they don't give out that award, but yet you're here as a nominee.
Yeah, what do you want to know?
Well, how do you feel about that?
I feel great. I really feel great. I think the awards were right. I think the right people won them, and I endorse all the selections. It was a great evening. I thought the musical numbers were wonderful. I thought they were all splendid. It was my first Academy Award, my being present at it. And I really thought it was really good, really thrilling.
Even though it was a little long?
Well, it's only long if you don't enjoy it.
As you have heard before, and we've talked earlier about the fact that it's nice to be nominated, but winning is really something.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, I think nominees would be lying to say that to be nominated is enough. I mean, of course you want to win it. I would love to have won it, but I wish Jeremy the best. It was a great performance, Joe. I saw the performance. It was a wonderful performance.
You were sitting there, and just before they made that announcement, what goes through your mind?
You kind of keep your fingers crossed, your legs crossed, you say a couple of prayers, and you hope that Jessica Tandy is going to call out your name, and she didn't. I was going to stand up and say, "Could you tell me who was second?"
If only they could do that. I think it would be more disappointing.
I know.
Well, listen, I want to thank you very much, and again, congratulations for the nomination.
Thank you very much.
You have a wonderful time. I know you're leaving tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Richard Harris, of course, one of the nominees. Roger and Steve, he didn't win it, but he's off to a party, I understand, tonight. I did want to point out that the one year that Faye Dunaway won, she went off to party. She was there for 3 days partying at the Beverly Hilton Hotel. I'm not too sure if Richard Harris plans the same sort of thing. I think he wants to leave Los Angeles.
Rick, in the old days, he would have done 3 days at the hotel, but those are the old days.
I think he probably owes his Oscar nomination, if not his life, to the fact that those old days are behind him.
The old days, and he's very clear about that.
Yes, he is.
That he's a very different man, and he has been, I think, into 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 years of sobriety, perhaps you know better.
At least something
Yes.
like that. He was joking at the Publishers Guild on Friday that when he won the Best Actor award at the Cannes Film Festival, the London paper said, "British actor wins award." He said, then 4 days later, I was in a punch-up at Covent Garden and it said, Irish actor and brawl.
Very good. One interesting thing, we mentioned this at the pre-show. His film company sent out cassettes of his performance to the 1,300 acting voting members of the Academy to get the nomination. This is the first time I've ever heard it done with that impact. Is that the wave of the future?
I think it's been done in years past with other films, and obviously it has something to do with it because very few people saw The Field, and it didn't really get a whole lot of real good reviews. In fact, I voted thumbs down for that matter. I thought his performance was very strong, and I think that's what the voters were reacting to. The cassette came in the mail, they put it in, they said it was a good performance, they voted for him.
Paula McClure is at the party at Le Mondrian Hotel. Good evening, Paula.
Hi, Roger. Hi, Steve. Well, Dances with Wolves may have danced away with a lot of awards tonight, but here at Le Mondrian Hotel, we're benefiting the Children's AIDS Fund, and we're dancing away the night with stars like Stella Stevens. Hi, Stella. How are you?
Hi, Paula. Good to be here.
Were there any surprises for you tonight?
I think my best surprise and the thing that delighted me the most was Whoopi Goldberg, and I'm so proud of her, and I thought she was so wonderful. That delighted me. A little bit of a surprise.
Did you have a favorite film by any chance tonight?
I did. My heartfelt favorite was Dances with Wolves, and I was glad it won Best Picture, and I'm very happy for Kevin Costner because everyone knew how good an actor he was, but to win Best Director, I think that was wonderful.
It does make you feel good when one of your favorites wins, right?
Yes, and since I'm trying to direct films myself, you know, maybe next year for me, huh?
We'll have to wait for next year. Well, this year has been, thank you so much, Stella. This year has been very exciting, and we had a great night so far. Steve and Roger, back to you.
Paula, thank you very much. Let's go right back to the Governor's Ball at the Shrine Auditorium and back to Rick Romero.
I'll tell you, Steve and Roger, this is a very busy place right now. I've got a winner here and a former winner, Denzel Washington, of course, for Best Supporting Actor for Glory last year, and I've also got Russell Williams, who won for the sound of Dances with Wolves. And I get my first chance to see an Oscar up close, feeling it. It is a very heavy statue. How does this feel?
It's an incredible moment for me and for all the people that have helped and supported me over the years. I've been doing sound for about 17 years, and it's one of those categories that people only notice if it's not there. So it was a great tribute to us, the crew, and the people that were out on the prairie with us for 5 months.
Now, this is not your first Oscar.
No, it's not. As a matter of fact, last year, Denzel and I walked home with the Oscars for Glory, and as it turned out, Glory was the film that I did right before Dances with Wolves. So I spent 11 months on location in 1989, and I have to thank my wife, Renee, because I was going to turn Dances with Wolves down.
Oh, my, that would have been a big mistake.
She's a very wise woman.
Yes, I guess she is you or something. Denzel Washington, your presenter this year. A lot easier to do it than to sit there waiting?
Piece of cake this year. Just a party this year. Enjoyed it. Had a good time.
You got some plans for next year?
Yeah, I'm working on a picture right now. As a matter of fact, I'm going to work right now. From here, I got to go back to the set. So, doing a film called Ricochet. And also, I got some twins coming in about 4 weeks.
I think we saw your wife earlier. She did look like she was ready. Anytime?
Big time. Not tonight, though.
No. Thankfully not tonight. Well, listen, I want to thank both of you for joining us. And again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Well, Roger and Steve, back to you from the Governor's Ball here at the Shrine Auditorium.
Thank you very much, Rick. It's now time, finally, to go to Tawny Little, who is at the party at the Roxbury. Hello again, Tawny.
Hello again. Have you tried to say hello to me already, Steve? If you didn't, I didn't acknowledge. I'm sorry. Yes, Steve, Roger, here we are at the Roxbury on Sunset Boulevard, and we have an all points bulletin out for a producer who has gone to bring me somebody to talk to you. But I think he's having fun someplace else. Anyway, this party is in full swing, as you can tell. There are lots of celebrities here. I talked to Buster Douglas, who had a lot of things to say about the fight that Steve, you might be interested in, and we'll talk to you about that a little bit later. And Milton Berle. I'm wondering where Ed is. But listen, we're going to keep our noses to the grindstone here. We'll find somebody to talk to. Everybody is filing in now. That's why there's a little bit of pandemonium reigning here at the Roxbury at the moment. So let me just throw it back to you guys. in Studio 52, and we'll check in very shortly. Steve, Roger.
It always rains pandemonium. You ever noticed that?
Everybody's having a good time, but nobody knows where the good time is.
Well, as soon as we find Ed, we'll get back to Tawny. We're going to go to a commercial break. I see that on our other monitors that we've got some major stars lined up with our people. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
I didn't like him.